Welcome back to the Red Dirt Road podcast. Marshall Farnsworth here with Alex Breitenbach. How's it going?
It's good to be back. Just it's going, man. How about you? How you been doing?
Good. I went to a wedding yesterday. I think we mentioned it on the last podcast in Kent. Kent, Ohio is a kind of a college town, about an hour from where I live, sort of in the direction of Akron, kind of away from Cleveland. It's a pretty cool little place. I've been there a few times. And
That's nice.
we went to, they actually had fake Patty's Day going around the town, which is the college, like I said, big college town. And
Mhm.
there's all these college students walking around in green and stuff, and they were going to the bars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. But we stopped at this, I wrote it down, this interesting store you got to check out if you're in Kent. It's called Last Exit Books and Coffee House. It's like a bookstore and record store. And actually picked out something for you for your birthday. Found out because I know you like records.
I
I'm not
love.
going
I
to
love.
reveal
All
not
right.
going to reveal what it is, but I'm just going to say I personally found it to be a great deal, and it's a greatest hits album from a certain artist that I don't know all the songs. I've listened to this artist a lot, but it's got some classics on there. So
Oh
right
yeah.
for your birthday, you will be excited about that. Hopefully, you don't already have it, but
Oh, it's
yeah,
it's all good, dude. That's awesome. No, I love collecting records. Hopefully, my my goal is to find all of the Brooks and Dunn albums that we review. Like as we go through them, I'm gonna try to amp up the search for Brooks and Dunn vinyl, and kind of because I'm in the vinyl subreddit on on Reddit, and they always have some good ones. So I'm trying to find that Brooks and Dunn vinyl.
yeah. I was looking for specifically some Ronnie Dunn and Kix Brooks ones from the '80s because a lot of the ones they had were like old. I didn't know. I don't know if they had any from really like the '90s, but I encourage you. I know it's not extremely close to Wellington, but if you're back in Ohio, go check out this place because they've got a ton of records and they have it pretty well organized. They got a decent country section. I'm not too experienced with record stores, but
Yeah,
they definitely had a lot. It was pretty cheap, I would say.
well, that's nice.
So some Brooks and Dunn news. I know we mentioned before Ronnie Dunn new song "Train to Glory." I don't know if I mentioned this, but it's on YouTube now. Someone else posted it, so go listen to it. We're gonna review it very shortly. And he also just this last Friday released "Where the Neon Lies." It was a song by Tristan Meres featuring Ronnie Dunn. Really good song. It's like a slower song that is much more kind of Brooks and Dunn rock, very very similar to Ronnie Dunn's the last decade of music that he's put out. So we're going to be reviewing those shortly. In fact, we probably will put out those episodes actually before this one, since those are really new songs. But yeah, go listen to those. And we're going to get into Pickup Man by Joe Diffie. This is a song we've been putting back for a while. Joe Diffie, one of the other country artists that passed away last year. He, I believe, died of the coronavirus.
Yeah,
And he's got a couple big songs, this one and John Deere Green. I really like this song. To me, I prefer it. They're both about the same in popularity. So I'm just going to pull up what the old Wikipedia has to say. So this is the fourth song from Joe Diffie's fourth album, Third Rock from the Sun. It was written by Howard Purdue and Carrie Kurt Phillips. Joe Diffie seems like not much of a songwriter. In fact, there's only one song off this album where he was a co-writer. That was the last song of the album. So most of them he did not touch as far as the writing. is concerned. Um, so this was obviously recorded originally by Joe Diffie. So released October 1994 as a second single off of the album. The song was his longest lasting number one hit, having spent 4 weeks at number one on the hot country charts. And between 1994, December 1994 and January 1995, the song is a moderate up tempo and about a man who reasons he can meet women of his dreams by driving a pickup truck. At one point, he is able to secure a ride for a high school homecoming queen. Pickup man, in this sense, has a double meaning. He is not only driving the pickup truck, but he's also picking up women. There's a music video. I really like the music video. Very funny. It fits the song really well. Not going to review it, but I'll just say I enjoy it a lot. Kind of looks like some of the better Brooks and Dunn music videos. It says directed by some kind of production company. The majority of the music video, it says, was filmed at a drive-in theater in Louisburg, Tennessee. I believe that's sort of middle southern Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, kind of small town. It says, this is kind of a funny little thing. It says in 2005, a rewritten version of Pickup Man was used in television commercials for the restaurant chain Applebee's to promote their car side to go service. That's kind of funny. I don't know. Do you remember that at all? I kind of
No, I don't remember that at all, man. That's cool.
I remember them promoting this car side to go service, which, hey, I mean, they might have been ahead of the game. I mean, everyone's doing that now, and that's I don't really specifically remember this song. I have to kind of look it up, but I feel like I probably have watched it at some point. It says country singer Jason Aldean's top 10 single 1994, a tribute to Diffie, appeared on Aldean's album 2012 album Night Train, and it referenced Pickup Man in the chorus. It peaked at, like I said, number one on the Hot Country chart, number 60 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, and the year-end chart had it at number 66. I would have thought it would have been a little bit better position than 66, but I don't know. Maybe there's some good music that year. So we'll get into what we think about this song. I'll throw it over to you. What do you think about Pickup Man?
You know, Pickup Man, I really enjoyed this song. It's my favorite song by Joe Diffie, hands down. And I honestly, since he died, I've been getting into a lot of his music. You know, I've been listening to, like, Is It Cold in Here, Pickup Man, and definitely John Deere Green. I'd say, I think you're right, and I think Wikipedia does it right too. You know, his two heavy hitters are this and John Deere Green, and I mean, I do relate to this song because I drive a truck at home, and you know, for me this is like an anthem because I just relate to the lyrics. And that being said, where I'm from, women don't necessarily like pickup men. However, pickup men in the Midwest and definitely in the South, you know, having a pickup is a cool thing. And, you know, this is just a ballad toward the truck and a ballad toward women who like pickup trucks, in my opinion. You know, you got, um, and I particularly like this chorus because the chorus says, you know, you can set my truck on fire or roll it down a hill, and I still wouldn't trade it for a Coupe de Ville. And that means something because, you know, to a lot of people, their trucks are worth more than any Cadillac or, you know, expensive car they could own. And it that definitely, I relate to that. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that the the lyrics to this song are all that complex or like in depth in any way. There's not really any underlying meaning, although the double entendre for pickup man, like you mentioned, uh, it the instrument, like, you know, the backtrack to it is a nice, like, kind of, I don't want to say like boot scoot and boogie, but like definitely like upbeat, um sort of vibe to it. And so it's definitely a good. It's kind of a shallow song you want to dance to. I think that's how I regard it as, and just a song that pickup truck lovers will enjoy throughout the world. And that's my review of it. It's a great song.
I love this song. I think a few years ago, I probably would have put this and John Deere Green in a similar category. Actually, I really love this song. Joe Diffie as an artist, no comparison between him and Brooks and Dunn. You know, he um he wasn't much of a songwriter. If you look at, his his songs, he typically did not write them. He also, as a singer, no comparison between him and Ronnie Dunn, but was really kind of an everyday man, and it fits very well to this song and some of his other popular songs. I mean, he was a short guy, kind of tubby. He had that mullet. I mean, he was kind of an everyday kind of guy. I mean, I guess the mullet isn't really, the most common anymore, but love this song. It's one of my absolute favorite 90s country songs, and to me it's an epitome of a 90s country music song. It is, when you think of 90s country music, this is one of the ones I think of. It was funny, it's got rhythm, beat, it's got good timing. To me, it's not underproduced, it's not overproduced. I think Joe Diffie nails this one out of the park. I think this is a song that a lot of artists could have done pretty well, but I think Joe Diffie does it very well. It fits his nature, and the songwriting. Yeah, I mean it's not super deep, but I think the songwriting is fantastic because it is very relatable and it's very funny too. It's it's clever. It's there's lines in the song. I think we mentioned before in certain songs where there's some lines in this one that they're not very cool lines. But sometimes in country music, you can have a line where it doesn't sound very cool and it still comes off good because it's sounds very relatable, very down to earth, very funny. That's appreciated in country music. Is one of the lines I pulled out is never have to wait in line at the popcorn stand. That's just like a funny line to me because that seems like such a simple, you know, like that's one of my perks I get for driving a pickup truck. I never have to stand in line at the or never have to wait in line at the popcorn stand. That's a funny
Yeah.
little thing, and it goes in well with the drive-in theater that they have at the in the music video. Yeah, and then the line that you said about the rolling the car down, setting it on fire and rolling it down a hill, that might be the best line out of it too, because that is such a funny picture. I mean, he's like, I'm not gonna drive that nice car. You can set my truck on fire and roll it down a hill, and I still won't trade it in for that Coupe de Ville. And you know, maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but people around here, they appreciate their trucks, and there's a lot of things that a truck can do that a car simply cannot do. And I mean, but there's things that cars can do that truck can't. If you're driving a far distance, gotta have a car, much better. But a truck is you gotta have it for certain situations. And I'm actually gonna be uh, probably getting a pickup truck, used pickup truck sometime here soon. But
Nice.
for those such
You're gonna
reasons.
become a pickup man. That's
Oh
that's
yeah,
nice.
yeah. So that's all I have to say about this. Rest in peace, Joe Diffie. He had this is a fantastic song. I've listened to all of his music, and this to me is his best song. He's got some other ones, but yeah, this one is probably the best one. So that's gonna be it today for the Red to Road
Wait,
podcast.
I have some news.
Oh, all
Um,
right. Breaking
so
news. Breaking news.
yes, so and I know I don't normally deliver the news, but I just saw this a couple days ago, and I've been listening to it. Um, remember our boy Ian Krochak? We had on the show. We had him on twice already, actually. He's got a new. He had sort of teased his single "Running Away" on the last the last show we had him on. Um, I think that was before New Year's. But
Yeah.
he's got a new single out called "Firm Grip on Me." And any of y'all that have been getting into Ian Krochak's music, I know I have, dude. I really, I'm thankful we met him because he kind of unveiled a different side of country music that I didn't even know existed. Like, I wasn't really big into Canadian country, and I didn't really know exactly what, like,
Yeah,
where
we'll
that
have
was
to
all
have him
coming
on
from.
again, and he can, talk about this song. He
Yeah.
actually, I got a little. He actually sent me the song before it was even released, so that was pretty cool. I listened to this one. Yeah, it's good. I love. I forget what the something drive. I don't actually
Oh,
remember the name of the song.
drive
Drive
steady, man.
Steady was in
That's
my
good.
Spotify top top songs for the end of the year.
It made my top. It made my top songs of
Running Away
2020.
is Running Away is also very good. That's one I'm listening to more the past few months. It's been on my on repeat playlist. So very good. Check him out. We'll have to have him back. Maybe one of these songs here at the end of this episode or end of
Yeah,
this
I
album.
can't wait till he releases that LP, man. It feels
Yeah,
like you're building up to it, and I mean, hey,
music video too.
yeah, oh yeah, exactly.
All right.
And I would okay. There's something about the drive steady. Okay, I didn't really appreciate it that much until I started listening to it a lot. And I didn't really get a lot of the imagery. And I looked up because I'd never been to Canada. And I looked up the Alberta foothills because he said, I'm running off to the foothills of Alberta because I had no idea what that was. And it's just these rolling green pastures, this beautiful, beautiful farmland. And so now I finally understand, what that song is about. I'm just unlocking shit. I'm unlocking stuff right here. It's pretty cool. And no, but that's highly recommend you check out the song.
So that will be it today. Red Arrow Podcast. See you guys next week.